guys, and welcome to another episode of Scrap Time. I'm joined by the executive producer, two-time multi-FPS champion, Vexels. How are we doing? Welcome.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, bro. Good. How you feeling today?
Yeah, good, man. Good. You had a good day?
Yeah, man, it was
You're
good.
streaming all day.
Yeah. We had a pre-stream before the podcast today. We're playing some rank. Got myself back into elite, so coming close to that top 250 now. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw you. You were frying.
Yeah, I was.
I saw you with MP40.
I was doing my. I was dipping it. Yeah, I was holding my own, you might say. But yeah, we're back for another episode. Finally, COD is back. Week 1 of the major qualifiers has just gone by. We had some interesting games, which we'll get into. But yeah, we got COD coming up every week. Another weekend of COD coming up, and it's great to be back, Vex. It's great to be back.
It is. The first week was nothing but entertainment. Upsets, a load of 3-0s. Optic didn't, having its way with the sub, and a lot to talk about.
Yeah, 100%. I think the first thing we'll get into is just kind of some of the results. Let me pop on over to our screen. Anyone who's listening, guys, I just have a little VOD screen up here so we can go through some of the matches and some other things we're going to talk about. We're going to start it off with a little bit of the results we have on screen here, Vex. We didn't actually get 0 points in our pick'ems. This actually trolled me for a second as well. We just didn't do them. We didn't submit it, so we aren't that bad at predicting yet, Vex. We aren't that bad.
I was gonna say that doesn't look good, but no, we definitely got a few right. We got a few right.
Yeah, we had a few. I wish I mustn't have clicked submit because we did it in the last podcast. So
yeah, that's weird.
I must have trolled and just not click submit. But yeah. So look at the first day. Actually, we'll go through. You want to go through kind of the matches, kind of roughly, just pick out a couple of things, and then we have a few specific matches to come out, or do you want to do it after?
No, we can do it now. So
go for it.
The first match of the day was London versus Thieves. Thieves had a 3-0. Now that was something I was not expecting. I thought London was going to come out and win that. So it was, it was sad to see London lose that. We had 3-0 London, 3-1 London, didn't we? So
yeah,
complete upset.
I'm very confused. I'm very confused right now. Sorry, it was a 3-0, right? And
yeah, it was.
Did we actually get 0 points? Because look, it says 3-1, 0 points. Is that what we predicted?
Yeah, we predicted 3-1. Yeah. Wait, there's no shot we got 0 points in the whole board. Wait, did we?
Yo, we actually might have.
Well, no, because Optic won 3-0.
Yeah, there's something fugazi about this.
So you should get some points for predicting who won the game.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. There's something forget about this. I don't think this is right.
There's something not right. No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's something not right. Okay. I gotta move on from this because I don't want this to mess with our heads anymore. All right. Well, we had a few talking points. This is the one we're about to talk about. The trio with Thieves at London. What are your thoughts, Vex?
Shocked. Completely shocked. Yeah. They had the way. Draza was frying. Envoy was actually, doing well as well. Which is good to see. You'll see on the next game against Gorillas, he had a nasty ace, which people are saying, he's one of the best aces in this year, maybe even COD history, which is a bit crazy of a statement. But I think I've always said this. I said give them time, give them time to work on, what they're doing, the strats and the the comms and stuff like that with the move from AR to sub for Kenny. It looks to be playing out, but it might be a honeymoon period. It might be just a short term excel the scene. But we'll see. I see them doing well further out in the year.
Yeah, I mean, but overall they actually weren't that convincing because didn't they lost their second match up against Rocker. So by no means
it was close though.
It was close, but by no means are they suddenly a top 4 team. I mean, they've improved, but what confuses me, and a lot of people talk about it, is Kenny supposedly switching to the sub, but all they do is play AR maps. Like they haven't played very many. I haven't seen Kenny with a sub hardly at all. Like
no, I think he's sometimes he's picking up the AR as well, isn't he? In the respawn,
I guess.
He is picking up the AR like off the ground physically when people die, which is weird to see because he's the main sub.
Yeah.
But they did well. Because Royal Ravens isn't a bad team. They're not looking great at the minute, but they're still not. You still can't call them a bad team.
I think it's just a matter of time though before Ravens pick it up again. They just have to find their
Yeah.
find their kind of footing with the new roster. And Harry's been very good. Stats
He
wise,
has, yeah.
he's been really good.
He has. It just time. LA Thieves have been together for how long now? You know, 3 or 4 months.
As a four man, they haven't
As a
split at
foreman,
all.
yeah,
So.
and London, you know, they've had a Gizmo go, Harry come in, so it's just time, I think.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So that was definitely an interesting surprise. But on the other end, something that I find even crazier was Rocker. Rocker coming in, trioing LAG. LAG is another team we'll talk about shortly.
Yeah.
Not doing well lately, but yeah, Rocker on the other side starting to find their footing with Havoc. Seems the roster is starting to come together, but the whole story of Rocker's success this weekend for me is Attach. Sure, everyone else has played better, but god damn, Attach was filthy.
Yeah, it was fine. He wants that. He wants that one piece of the pie, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. He does.
He's eager for it. He's eager for it. But yeah, I was pleased. I was pleased to see Havoc do his way and get a win because you know I've been rooting for that guy since he came into the league. I just want to see him pop off. I want to see him do well. So I'm happy to see him. You know, at least get his first win.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I do think. Do you think this is going to be the final iteration of this Rocker roster, or do you think there's going to be another change?
It depends. It depends how they.
It's
how they
getting
play in the
late.
next
It's
major.
getting late, you know.
Yeah, it depends how they play in the next major. I mean, who's really out there to fill in? You know, the only option out there at the minute is Clay, and he's an AR. So
They
I
could
don't know
bring
who
back. They could bring back Major, and drop.
They could do, yeah.
And
I mean,
drop Priesta.
Priester, sorry. He's the one to go. I like I said in the previous podcast, I thought he was going to be subbed out for Havoc, but obviously he wasn't. But yeah, they look good. They had 2 3-0s on the weekend.
Yeah, they did their thing for sure. They really showed out and proved that they can that this roster has potential. But again, it's online, and I feel like Havoc's a player who's been playing online all year, done fantastically.
Yeah.
You can see in this game he's 25-13, having his way with Gorillas. But when he went to LAN at the Pro-Am, or not the Pro-Am, the qualifiers for the Pro-Am, his team, who were destroying online, got beaten. Now Havoc's proved himself on LAN, but maybe it's just been so long since he played that he's going to take a little longer to get into it again.
Maybe I think he just needs just more time, like I said before. I think just getting back on LAN, he'll be on LAN. The next major, I think they'll do fine. I don't think they'll win it, but I think they'll definitely surprise a few people. Like they have this week in the qualifiers. 2 3-0s. I don't think anyone could have called that.
Yeah, 100%. Something I want to just check, which is kind of relevant to what we're talking about, is I just want to pull up the standings real quick, which I should have here. So I just want to see where everyone's at. So Rocker, who we're talking about now, are actually tied in 8th with Florida, both on 70 points.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a 3-way tie. I haven't even looked at this thing in a while. Rocker, Mutineers, Ultra, all tied at 70 points apiece. I mean,
see, I see Rocker as a better team than Surge. And look, Rocker just 3-0'd LA Thieves, and LA Thieves are 6th right now.
But only by 10 points. 6 true 10.
And Gorillas, and they just 3-0'd Gorillas and Thieves, and they're in 5th and 6th position right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it is one series, but
the only team that's absolutely chalk for now, which we can see here, is Paris. Their year's done. Paris, their year's done.
Paris is short. Paris is short till the off season. I
They're
don't know
they're double neg on game wins. 22 game wins, 43 game losses.
The thing is that they don't even have the funds to invest in these good players.
Oh, of course. They have. I bet you they have the funds. I just don't think they give a shit. I just think their owners just don't give a fucking damn for some reason.
Do you think?
I don't understand. They have to have the money. I mean, they put up 25 mil. I know they do payment plans. It's like I think it's like 5 mil a year or something, but they have to have the money. I mean, I just think they're just really badly organized.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, I'm expecting someone to do a buyout or something in the off season. Will we see them next year? You don't know. Looking how they are now, I can't see the current org continuing. But if they do get bought out, then potentially they could be going into next year. But the current position, they're not going to make champs.
Yeah, you know what's heartbreaking, which I've just realized, is New York has won an event, but it meant nothing in the standings. Like not a single. They didn't get a single point. Like they're still on 50. Like
That's why people weren't counting that last prom as a tourney win, because it didn't affect the standings. It didn't affect how you are going into champs.
I feel like they should have given points to the top two or something. I
Yeah,
don't
even just the
know.
winner.
Even
Even the
just the
winner.
winner, because if you win that, regardless if it's a pro-am or what it is, I mean, you have to beat every team. I know it's single elim, but you should get something. 50 points or 40 points. I don't
I know.
know.
I know.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
it's
in my
just.
opinion, I think Sublime is a way better than Ultra at the minute. Uh,
Oh yeah, I think they're better than every single team ahead of them, except for the obvious ones like FaZe, Texas, uh, and
yeah,
they could
yeah.
beat any of the other teams they could beat.
We'll see this weekend, because we'll talk about it later in the pick'ems, but they've got a few good
Yeah.
matchups, which will decide quite a lot. So it'll be good. It'll be good watch these next couple of weeks, because this really will decide how many points people get going into the major.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
How many points and people will have going as champs as well. So it's a good time to be watching.
There's actually a little clip that we have pulled up here. This ace by Envoy. They ended up losing the series, right? I don't think this actually mattered in the end, I guess.
No, but it was
Let's
nice.
see. All right, let's play this. Let's play this.
I watched it a few times.
I don't think I've seen this. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it was nasty.
The worst possible moment. Here they come. Can't see him yet. He can just about see them. He sees Stanley, he's having as well. Gets the first one, pre-aims into the second
Oh.
one. Gets two. Oh my god! Oh boy, shuts down everything from.
Oh, that was disgusting.
Yeah, it was nice.
He's by far and away their best player, and it's not even close. Jesus.
I mean, I think for Optic, I think I watched a video in the S&D. He was like the main in-game leader, but then in the respawns it was more formal. So I think S&D wise, he's definitely one of the best in their team for S&D. Strat wise, gun skill wise, everything.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Thieves do. I still think they're not going to come anywhere close to winning a major. I mean, I know they came second at the Pro-Am, but unless something crazy happens, but who knows? I mean, we've had 4 different winners this year. Different teams won every single tournament we've had, so it's really up to grabs for anyone. But yeah, the next thing we want to talk about is Optic Gaming. I believe that's the next thing we have up here. Coming out, and they went 6-0, right? They didn't lose a single map.
No, 3-0, 3-0, yeah. I just wanted to highlight this because Prolute went, I think, got 4 KD in the S&D. I think went 12 and 13. Sorry, 12 and 3. Sorry, what am I saying?
Let me pull up the S&D here. Actually, I have the VOD. Let's just see how he's moving here.
Yeah, he was frying. It's good to see as well, because it's the new person on the block coming into the league. Doing really well as well. I mean, yeah, it is Optic. Anyone could really do well in that third spot because they're surrounded by demons and
But still, I mean,
Smashing.
I don't know about that argument though, because Optic got top 6 at one of the events, didn't they? They get top 6.
True.
So
Yeah, no.
they are beatable at it, and they got top 6 with their full force. Like, I think anyone could jump in and they could probably win most games, but not like this, not 6-0. And if they did, it would be like game 5 Grulers. Like, if me or you subbed in, I mean, granted you'd have a better chance, but if me or you subbed in against these guys, I don't think we're winning.
That's a fair take.
I mean, I know everyone's listening to all these other shows. They happen kind of over the weekend, but before we do scrap time, Aches and those guys, Aches specifically saying that anyone could sub on in and they'd win, but.
Yeah, Prolute is a very talented player, and I think him being part of this roster is ideal for him, because Optic Texas confirmed that they're definitely going to bring Illy back in the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
That's confirmed. But he's proven to the rest of the league that he can actually perform at this high level, which is going to be great for his opportunities and getting other teams, stuff like that.
The other question we have though, Vex, is if they go flawless in these online games and Illy is ready for the major, I think Optic have already said they'll put him in straight away, regardless of anything. But do you think they should? If they go, imagine they don't lose a map. Imagine if they don't lose a map, they will go like 5 series, so 15.
I don't.
15 and
whatever. I don't think they should. It's a weird one because, yeah, they've got to stay loyal to Illy, but I don't think they should, take Prolute out. Not before the major. I think if they do so well in the qualifiers running up to the major, they should just keep that squad.
But
Fair enough.
Prolute has no LAN experience, or well, maybe not none, but minuscule compared to Illy.
Yeah, true. Look, it's a hard argument. It's
And also, you're also chalking up like, I feel like you're chalking up a lot of the chemistry that team's been building, and if it doesn't work
Yeah.
out with Prolute, then you're kind of fucked. Whereas
True.
you know you can win with Illy, but maybe they bring Illy in and they get top 8 or something.
well, that's the argument Rambo had that Illy, is a championship player. He has the experience on LAN, all this. So that's why, that's why they're going to put him in. I think before the major, if I'm correct. I think they're trying to get him in a week before so they can do some practice and stuff.
Yeah, James has said in the chat, Toronto with Illy and Dashi will be unmatched. But who do you drop for them? Who would you drop? Because neither of those guys are sub players. I don't know. That's a different topic altogether. We're getting off track with that take. That's one for.
No, I think he's saying actually in Toronto. That's where they're from.
Oh,
So.
I thought you meant the team.
No. Yeah, so they're both from Toronto. So I think
That's right.
I think Illy's gonna have like 70 people going.
Oh, he's on about the vibes in terms of the actual
Yeah,
event.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's actually that's perfectly relevant.
Yeah. So Dashi's got like 30 people going. Illy's got like 70 people going. So yeah, it'd be a shame for him to miss it because he's been hyping it up all, for the last like couple of months. He's been hyping it up on Hex's vlog and stuff like that. So,
yeah, for sure. I mean, in reality, we know. I mean, I think we're 95% sure they'll bring him back, but it's fun to talk about because
it is. Yeah, it's a weird situation. It's a really weird situation.
Yeah, but the last so moving on from Optic, the last thing we want to touch on in terms of kind of recent stuff that happened as a result of the first week of the qualifiers, even though this was kind of a result of the last kind of few weeks, is LA Gorillas. We can see they've been on a 5-match loss streak since they won the Major 2 against FaZe in the final. Who did they lose to? They lost to.
Well, they got the first game back from the from winning the Major. They lost to an AM team. Toronto Ultra NA.
Yeah.
That's Scrappy and those guys. So that's not great. You can't be losing to an AM team just after you've won a major.
They're on at least a 10-map loss streak, right? Because they lost Paris 3-2, so they at least lost the last map. I'm not sure if they won map 4. Then they lost Trio versus Boston, Trio versus Optic, and Trio versus Minnesota. So at least a 10-map loss streak.
Yeah.
I mean that's gonna demoralize any team. But anyways, as we know, because of that, they've brought back Gunless. I don't think I have a graphic for that, but yeah, Pierce Gunless, he's back into the squad. What do we think of Avex? You a fan or no?
I like it. Spark hasn't been doing great recently, so they've made the relevant change. We'll see what he's like going into this weekend. But ASIM hasn't been performing great either. People say he's up there with the top 5, top 3 players in the game. I've heard some people say. And he's just not performing. I want to see more of him.
Yeah, for sure. I think, to be honest, I actually just kind of sounds depressing, but I think it doesn't matter. I don't think with Gunless, without Gunless, with Spart, without Spart, blow up the entire roster. I don't think they're getting above top 4 again.
Yeah.
I think they could get a semi-final.
It's so tricky because they've won a major, so it's like.
But it was like the biggest like the miracle, like a Disney story, like ever in the CDL.
Yeah,
so...
I know. Well, they won 1, 2, 3. They won 3 in a row. You went last map 3 times in a row, so they, it could have gone either way. So it was kind of just down to a bit of odd timing.
I love the players on the team. I mean, they're all really good, but I think the league is just so competitive now. It's just really hard to see. And honestly, I don't know. All year, like I think ASIM's like been their best player. I think most people would agree with that. When Gunless was in, he was their best or second best player. And then Hook lately has stepped up. I think apart from Slasher's few bits to major, I think he's been very underwhelming. Slasher, personally. And it's not looking good for him because he got dropped the year before and...
I think Slasher's kind of a bit washed up now. I can't see him. I don't think he'll be here for another year. I think next year.
Yeah, I actually agree. Unless there's expansion.
Unless it's expansion, yeah. But
which
I think
is crazy to say because he's been.
There's so many people like in the AM scene, and even Clay. You could give Clay a try.
I mean, yeah, I think KD, well, KD, whatever, kills wise, whatever you want to say, like that. I think you're going to get similar stuff out of them, but I think Clay has proven to be more
He's
successful
more
at winning. You know.
yeah, he's he's more of a successful player in like trophy count
Yeah,
and
100%.
and you know win count. So
Zyjan Zach said in the chat, "Bring back Parasite." You think Haggy could improve LAG?
okay, yo, Zach, that is choked. Parasite needs to stick to the podcast now.
Yeah, he's a full time flank content creator now, so I think it's
Yeah.
chalked up for him. Even though I bet you, if there was expansion and it was a Treyarch game, I guarantee you, if Parasite came back, halfway through there he could be picked up.
You think?
If it was a Treyarch game, I think he would. But anyway, it's a pointless take. It doesn't matter. Maybe he wouldn't be.
Yeah, I think his reputation is just like long gone now. I don't think anyone would pick him up. I think he's, you know, looking at all the AMP players now. The amount
True.
of
Yeah,
talent
all these new guys
the
coming
AMP
on
scene.
in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
I think the
stupid
chat.
to pick up
I think the
someone
chat
else.
agrees with us. Goodall says Clay better than Slasher. I mean, I think most people would agree with that.
Yeah, I'd like to see them test that. But
I don't-
Clay's got his AM team now, hasn't he? He's doing well.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he dropped Doug on his face and beat him in the last North American Elite. So
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
been frying. He's been frying. I've seen some clips. I don't have any available to show right now, but yeah, he's been frying for sure. But yeah,
Just good old saying that Clay should 100% be in the league. I agree. Clay should be in the league. It's weird to see Clay not in the league.
but he's going to be back regardless. Haven't you heard those leaks? He's already got offers for next year.
Yeah, next year, yeah, but he should be in now.
Yeah, he
It's just
should
weird.
be, but
It's
yeah,
just weird not to see
it is
Clay
weird.
in the pro league.
Who knows? He might get picked up right before champs for like the team that squeezes in 8th or something.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Well,
And
yeah.
literally anything can happen.
Yeah, 100%. All right. So yeah, upcoming week. Okay, so that's last week done. Talked about week 1 over with for the major 3 qualifiers. Now on to week 2. We have a little extra spice this week, Vex. A little extra spice. The winner
Yep.
of these 6 next matches that we can see on the screen here are going to win 10,000, so 2,500 each. So you like to see it. You like to see the CDL, you know, changing it up a bit, making the matches a bit better. I think this is going to be great because the viewership since they took that big break has been woeful, which we all hate to see. We want to see COD as successful as it can be. So hopefully this helps out, Vex.
Yeah, I mean for those guys on Paris, I know they're on, you know, basic salary. I think 50k. Is the basic salary for those guys.
The poor guys. Oh no.
So I think that'll be quite exciting for them. They'll have a bit
Yeah.
more motivation to put some
yeah.
extra practice.
Donnie can go to the chiropractor and get his back fixed after this last year, bro. Of just getting absolutely milked.
Exactly, yeah. So, but no, it's good to see. It's good to see. I know it won't really affect the players too much, but you know,
Yeah.
it's just another incentive for viewers to watch and you know make it a bit more tense and a bit more suspenseful. So
It will. I think it will
it's
help.
exciting.
I think it will help.
Yeah, especially towards the end of the year as well, when we know who are going to qualify for champs and who aren't. It's going to make those matches a bit more exciting, which I think they'll carry it on. It's a good concept. I like it.
Yeah, and I know they did this. I think they did this in the first year of CDL in Modern Warfare. I think they had some of these things, so it's good to see them bring it back. And like you say, hopefully they bring it back towards the end of the year. We may know some of the teams are chalked up, so it's a good thing. It's a positive. So we'll see how it plays out, and who wins that money. Actually, I did have a graphic. Okay, get a L production in the chat. Blame producer. Technically, it was me, but yeah, this is the graphic for Gunless coming back in. We can move on from that though quickly. And yeah, so about the bounty week. One thing quickly we wanted to talk about is this Tommy gun. CDL Intel has said it's not quite meta. We've seen a few players like Cammy, Temp, and John try it out. In there are actually 8s with the stream, the Beverage Boys 8s. I've seen a lot of people use it too. Vex, have you given this gun a go yet, or no?
I haven't. No, I haven't. I've definitely used it at the start of the game in pubs, but I haven't used it in comp. I know a few people I play with on ranked. You know, they've been ducking and diving with it and doing well actually. So I might have to throw it on. I might have to throw it on and give it a go.
Yeah,
test it out.
we might have to. God, we're so vanilla with our meta, man. Neither of us have tried it. That's
I know.
that's kind of
I
rough.
stick to what I know. I don't really use the
Bro,
sub
you
that
just
much.
you're that iron boots, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I am, yeah.
You were fried. You were fried the last few days. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if more. I want to see.
Can it compete with MP40 though? I want to see what's the other guy we had last time that did the breakdown?
Oh yeah, what's that guy's name? Oh, I
We'll,
can't.
we'll have to give his.
Yeah,
we'll have to
yeah.
give his
I bet
video-
you he's
video a
working on that video. He always does them.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So
yeah. So it'll be
we'll
interesting.
see. We'll see.
I want to see this back on land though, because all these guns, it's like the Volk. The Volk is even better on land than it was online. So maybe
Yeah.
because the Tommy gun is one of those like quick to kill guns up close. So maybe it
Yeah.
like insta zap people. But we'll see. Again, I don't think it's going to
It's
be a
that-
meta changer, but we'll have to wait and see.
It's that big mag as well. That's maybe like an advantage over the MP40. You can get another few kills. Compared to the MP40.
You can keep moving, keep slide canceling, not have to reload.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be interesting. And then the last thing we'll talk about before we go into our predictions for the next week of matches, the drama we saw over Clay and Crim. I'm not sure if you guys kept up with this or not. So yeah, this happened on Zuma's stream. I'm not sure if you guys. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen these videos. Zuma was finished the flank on the weekend. He was just watching Shotzi winding on down. Clay had just talked about some of the stuff that happened with the team, and Crim, not happy to say the least, came on the stream, and there was proceeded to be an hour and a half of talking about it. And Vex, I know you said you hadn't read in too much to it, but basically they were just both kind of arguing about who like corrupted the team at the start.
Yeah,
they were.
I heard.
Go ahead.
I heard Crimsix say one of the reasons that he was annoyed at Hydra is because he couldn't throw a nade. Or
Oh
he
no,
couldn't hatch a nade
at
properly.
Neptune. Yeah, he used to.
Oh,
he-
sorry,
yeah,
Neptune.
yeah,
Sorry.
he went on about it. Actually, I remember that. I watched this video. See, he talked for about 20 minutes saying Neptune didn't understand like the laws of physics, and that was and how like
It was crazy.
It was like
I
corrupted their team. But like he said, like,
Yeah.
he told a story about like a grenade bounced off someone, and he said Neptune thought like it should have just like fell flat on the ground and not like bounced. I don't know. It was the dumbest like.
Yeah, it wasn't a a good enough reasoning to get that annoyed at Neptune.
No, but in fairness,
in my
nades are
opinion, anyway.
important at this game. But I think he just went really specific into something that like just a one reason, So maybe that's kind of why it sounded kind of silly. Actually, I kind of came off to a good time on the video here. You can see actually. Let me full screen this. So this is Clay talking in Zuma's chat. He actually refused to come in the call with Crim6 at the time. He was tweeting about it. I actually want to see what he said. You dropped me. But you're the coward. I don't care about the team shit. You're the one. Okay, man. Yeah, they were going on.
If he didn't want to get in a call with him, he's got to be like quite frustrated to not want to get in a call with him.
Yeah.
Actually on stream.
And apparently they haven't talked in like a long time. But and Goodall said in the chat, this is true, that he Crimson also Neptune like told Hydra he wouldn't listen to him at all. And he wasn't. So I mean, the team was chalked. Neptune, I think he'll come back to the CDL eventually. I'm not sure. His stock is definitely tanked quite
100%.
considerably, but he'll come back eventually. He's young. Players will have turmoil. They'll be like, "Fuck it, we can try and make it work."
He's got to have a really good winning spree in the AM scene, in my opinion, just to get his credit back. To prove to the pros that his talent is still there. And to kind of look over his attitude and how he was with the New York guys. But look, if the team dynamic was like that, then I'm not surprised they were doing so bad, because there's no way you can win like that. There's no way.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, all the stuff that we're talking about is just a little bit of petty drama between two 30-year-olds, so we don't.
Yeah,
we don't need to.
We'll
Move on. We'll move on. Go to the week 2 predictions. As we can see, we have 3 matches on Friday, 4 matches Saturday, and 3 on Sunday. The typical format we have for these league games now. And I suppose we'll get right into it. The first match starting at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock on Friday. The first match is Ravens and Breach. Vex, I'll let you kick it off. Who you got in this one?
I've got Breach.
The upset. You would have against
Yeah.
Ravens. Oh, God. Okay,
I know. Only because this is what I think is going to happen. I don't want it to happen, but this is what I think. I want obviously Ravens to win, but
Okay.
looking how they performed recently, I can't. How can you say they're going to win when they've been playing quite dire? So I'm gonna say 3-1 Breach, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Although it kills me to bet against them, it is my team, but they just, like I said before, they haven't been performing well. So, and Breach is still a really good team.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I think I can agree with that. Now, Ultra Rocker, Ultra have been on the uptick lately, as have Rocker. For me, I do think Rocker will take it, but it's not going to be like a trio like they were kind of doing on last weekend. I think they'll win a 3-2. Their S&D has been looking a lot better as well. I mean, obviously we know Havoc's a great S&D player. I mean, everyone on the roster is. So I think it'll
Yeah.
go. But also Toronto are quite good at search. But I think it will go game 5. It'll be a complete toss up. Could be round 11, round 10 type of situation. And
Yeah.
I'll have to say on the Rocker hype train. Yeah, you down with that, Vex?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I like you said, I can't see them 3-0 in again. I mean, if they do, fair enough. Happy days for them. But I like to see a game 5. I like to see an SND.
Yeah, I'd like to see a change up. Okay, we're getting through this pretty good now. All right, Gorillas and Mutineers. For me, this will be a great, interesting game with Gunless coming back in. I think the vibes will be high, but it's a toss up. This is actually
No, I think Grills will have it. I think
You
having
think?
that honeymoon period, yeah, of having Gunless back and the hype around it. I think I'm gonna say a Gorillas 3-1.
What map you think Mutineers are going to win? Like what?
Probably the
what
Control.
mode? Control. Yeah,
I think
that could be
it'd be
a
by the Control,
that could be a shout. That could be a shout.
because they could just slay out. Literally, they can just do what they do best and just slay out. Um,
And
and
just try and bully him out of it, basically.
exactly, yeah. That's the one series that it could go either way though. Like,
Yeah, it's a hard one to predict. And just
That-
to
that's the-
touch. Go ahead.
go on,
ahead.
sorry.
No, you go. Go on.
that's the toughest one on Friday, I think, to judge.
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, it can definitely go either way. Just another thing James saying in the chat. He's saying London haven't been playing shit. They just need to tighten up loose ends. Yeah, I agree with that. I think you agree too, Vex. I think they'll as when let's say when the qualifiers are over and they have all their practice in, I think they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the actual major.
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah, we did this before. Yeah.
yeah, but again, they will take a little bit of time to just. I mean, the roles have been all over the place. Zero's been using a sub. I mean, they have Harry in, so I don't think you need to despair if you're a London fan. You just have to bide your time, you know.
Yeah, it's just waiting. I think they will get back to that stage where they were at the start of the year, where they were just frying. Just a bit of a bump in the road at the minute, but they'll get back.
Yeah. Okay, and then New York versus Legion. There's 10 grand up for grabs in this match. I have
Yep.
New York in a trio smoke show, not close. Paris get wiped off the map. Jimbo drops a 0.4. Temp drops a 1.2. Usual story for me.
I like that. I don't think if I was in Paris, I'd have lost absolute full by now, because you're all the way at the bottom. I know subliners are only, I think it is 11th.
Yeah, they're 30 points ahead. They're on 50. Legion's on 20.
Yeah, but at least there's no chance that they're gonna.
It's men against
make
boys.
champs.
It's men against boys here. It's
Exactly. So they're in the heads. It's 3-0.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think we need to touch on that. Temp needs some help. Get that man out of there. Yeah. Now we'll move on
Saying
to.
that, I want to see him in a different team next year. I want to see him in, like,
He will.
maybe Mutineers or.
He will. The only reason he would stay is if he got given the bag by Paris and he got to pick his roster, but that won't happen.
No, that's not gonna happen. Even Surge, maybe. I could see him move to Surge.
Oh shit! That's actually. Yo, that actually is a shout.
Mm.
Oh, that would be a
Who-
nasty
who-
squad. Accuracy.
who-
Get the fuck out, bro. Sib can play
Yeah.
main.
Yeah.
Bro, that would be actually disgusting. Sib or Temp could play main. One of them could adjust to it.
That'd be interesting.
Anyways, next match. Talking about
Yeah.
Surge. It's going to be Surge and Thieves. I have Thieves winning this one. Seattle, you never really know with Seattle. But for me, it's Thieves. Who do you got?
I wanna say Surge 3-2.
Oh, okay. Explain why.
With Surge, it's like a bit of a wave pattern. I see it as 1 minute they're doing really well, next minute losing. Now, if you look back, the last time they lost, so up down, up down. I think they're gonna win this next one. That's my only reason behind it. They do well,
Yeah,
and then they do what they do
I
bad.
think-
They
I think-
do well, they do bad.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay after the New York Legion 20-minute series. I think this will be a game 5. I'll go with the
Yeah.
3-2 Surge. I think it's kind of a toss up on who shows up on the day. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
I
kind of
think
a toss up.
I think Mac, after that hard point, they went like 8-31. I think it kind of made him realize that he needs to put the extra work in, and then after that, he was frying again. So
I think that was just an off map, though. I mean, that happens from time to
Yeah.
time. You wouldn't expect it to be that off of a map, especially for someone like Mac, who's been probably Seattle's best, most consistent player. But it happens, you know. We all get shit on from time to time.
I think it'll just give him that extra, oomph to really, do more practice and put
Sure.
those extra hours in and just refine his shot and stuff like that. So I can see them winning this.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
LA
I feel
Thieves
the same.
aren't the most consistent team at the minute. They lost to
No.
to Rocker 3-0. So
I mean, Kenny could drop a 1.2 or a 0.6.
exactly.
It depends what Kenny shows up, and it depends what every player shows up. Envoys are only reliable 1.0 or whatever.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. All right, next series coming up is Florida against Rocker. For me, I think Florida, we have them losing that game against LG. I have them losing again. I think Dav Paddy is going to come up on that chopping block sooner rather than later for this team. I don't think they'll probably make the change, but I think everyone's going to be looking for it. I think Rocker are going to win. I think Rocker, after winning 3-2 against Ultra, as we've predicted, will just ride a momentum into this, and I don't think they're losing the map.
Okay.
And Havoc's also playing against Florida, a team that he's been in with the past, and I think he's going to want to come out with the fire here.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that 3-0. I can't see them winning a control against them. I think they'll just get outslayed.
Okay, wait. Okay, yeah, we're on agreement there. This is a match that I want to kind of get into. Breach and FaZe. For me, if I had to predict, I would do Breach 3-1 or 3-2.
Really?
I really would. I actually genuinely would.
That's true. I would go with FaZe, but just explain what you think.
I don't know, man. FaZe, they've been so up and down. I think they're under pressure. I know they had a pretty decent weekend last, right? I mean, did they have 1 or 2 games? I know they beat New York.
Yeah, so they only had 1 game. It was 3-1 against New York.
And again, they were shaky enough in that game. And I think Breach are down so bad against not being able to beat FaZe, not being able to beat any of the top teams. I do think, okay, my head thinks FaZe, but I really want to say Breach and just be right about it. get good timing. But I mean, in fairness, I will be up to switch my mind. But I do think Breach might eventually. This could be the time that they break that hump against some of the top teams.
Okay. I want to go 3-2 FaZe, but
okay.
For the sake of
you give Breach 2 maps.
Yeah, no, I do. I think it'll go last map. With the state FaZe are in, if FaZe are giving New York a map, I'm sure Breach can take 2.
Okay, so do you want to do 3-2? We'll switch it up, right? We'll go Breach. Fuck it. For the culture.
We'll go for the underdog. We'll go Breach.
Okay.
It'll be more exciting. Look, if Breach win, it'll be more exciting than if FaZe win. So
yeah, let's change it up. We'll change it up. Fuck it, why not? All right, moving on to Sunday. We got 3 games on this day. Legion versus Gorillas. I think Gorillas will beat them, but I do see Legion taking 1 map, 3-1 for me.
Yeah, I like that. No, I'd agree with that quite easy.
Yeah, I mean, any map, any series Legion's in, it's kind of like. They've been better. They've been better,
annoying.
but they still are they're still not. And
it's actually just frustrating. It's actually frustrating because even having like a Toronto NA in there, it'd be bit more mixy.
It would. I would be more inclined to give them an upset. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like they're just not even. I can't say trying because obviously they are trying.
I think they're checked out, bro. I think they're checked out. I think Temp has just lost all full with the team.
It's like there's no motivation. Well, there isn't because they can't qualify for champs. So it's like,
and I think
what are you playing for?
And everyone's mental's all over the place. Temp is like, fuck, I've wasted a year. This has been my best COD in a long time. John is like, shit, it's my comeback. Not gonna happen. Who's that other player? The new one.
Gravity.
No, not him. He's been playing well. He's fine. Who's the guy? How did we forget his name? We already talked about him in the show. Jimbo.
Jimbo.
Yeah. I think his mental's chalked, bro. He's been grinding challengers. He's not a meme yet, but God, he's getting close to it. I mean, I feel for the guy. I mean, God, it must suck for him, but I think his mental has to be all over the place right now.
Yeah, it was getting a lot of hate as well because people had such high hopes for him, and then he just didn't do very well. But he's got a long head, long road ahead of him.
For sure, Johnny coming in clutch too, giving us his name in the chat just after we managed to think it up. I feel
Johnny
bad
Connect
for I
Clutch.
feel bad for getting his name. All right, the next series, FaZe versus Optic. I really I'm on the Prolute train. I'm on the Optic train. If we go off this whole breach FaZe thing, FaZe are gonna be losing full. This is a
Yeah.
lose for FaZe though, right? Because everyone says they have a mental block against Optic, right? So if they win, you're only beating Optic with a sub, and if you lose, you'll have lost against Optic with 2 different subs already this year.
I can see it happening. I can see FaZe winning. I can see
You
Ache
think it's
saying,
gonna be 3-0?
"Oh no, Ache's what we're saying. Anything good about Optic? Will he hates Optic?"
No, he will.
But
Yeah, he'll say, "Oh, it's online."
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
With his
yeah,
big fucking hat on. All right, go on.
yeah. But yeah, we've got to have Optic winning. They're looking, even with a sub, they're looking really nice. So, I
It's
want to
just
say
a, it's
3-1
just a,
though. I want to say
yeah,
3-1.
yeah. Lewis in the chat says 3-1. I think I'll agree with you. I think FaZe will. I think FaZe will either. I think they'll either win first map, and then Optic will be like just kind of get back into it and go through. I think Optic win both S&Ds even if we go into
Yeah,
them.
yeah. I was gonna say.
Yeah, and maybe FaZe could steal the control like 3-2, but I think 3-1 is a good shout.
I was gonna say FaZe take map 1, take the hard point, and then Optic just
Sweep the
take
rest.
it from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I think that's
in,
good.
in the S&D, obviously Optic's a better team in the S&D. So that should make it 1-1, and then going into control, obviously Optic are good at control. And then it's just that hard point. I think they'll end up closing it there.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. All right, last match, week 2 of the major 3 qualifiers. Ultra versus New York, an interesting game. Ultra on the uptake in New York, also doing well as of late. For me, I would go New York. Map count I'm open to though. Any ideas, Vex?
I want to say 3-2 again. I think Ultra will go game 5 both series this weekend.
And
I think
lose both.
Yeah, I think it'll be a frustrating weekend for them. But
They will lose composure.
yeah, what are their other standings again? Are they?
I'll have
Are they
a quick
fifth?
look here.
want to
They're
say fifth or
they're
sixth.
they're 10th, but they're in a 3-way tie.
Oh, the 10th.
So but
Right,
it's a
okay, yeah.
3-way tie, so they're a coin flip for 8 as well.
So it's like 10, yeah, 10 and 8 are in the same position pretty much.
But yeah, if they lose 2 games here, they will
It's not looking
if
good.
they lose both and New York win both, then they'll be tied for 11th.
Yeah, so they really need to win these series, don't they? They need to
time.
they need to get as many maps as possible, but they need to ideally win.
Yeah, 100%. Shout out to Spuddy IRL for the follow as well, man. Welcome on in. All right. So yeah, will we go 3-2 then?
Yeah, I like 3-2.
Okay, all right. Those are our predictions, guys. Have a look. Let us know what you think. Anyone who's listening, guys, I'm sure you heard what we said throughout. It's either way, it's going to be an interesting weekend. I like the bounty weekends coming up. Hopefully the viewership improves, Vex. We'll just have to wait and see. Right?
We'll see. I don't think the bounty week will improve it that much, but it's good to see them trying to implement some new stuff and
I just like to see 30k get like kind of consistent at 30k if they can.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That would be nice. All right. So let's say save predictions this time. Let's see if they save. Let me refresh, because I don't think I saved them last week.
I don't think you did. No, I think.
Okay, we're good. Yeah, it doesn't let me change them anymore. We're locked in.
Right. Okay.
We're locked in. Oh no, we're not. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Oh, I'm actually gonna lose full here. 1 second. No. Okay, we're not locked in. Doesn't let me save predictions.
Oh, maybe it's a bug with the site.
All right, we'll figure it out later. That's not really too important.
Well, we've got our predictions there. We can always screenshot it and look back at it next week.
Yeah, 100%. For sure. All right, so we got through some good stuff there, Vex. It's good to see COD back. It actually gives us some more relevant stuff to talk about, so it's kind of nice to have that.
Yep.
And yeah, what episode is this again? Episode 5, right?
6. Episode 6.
Episode 6. Jesus, we're getting there. Six shows in. I mean,
I know.
wait,
on the road to 10.
if we do on the road to 10, if we do every week for the rest of the year, we'll have a lot of shows.
Yeah, you're burning my brain there. The quick maths. I can't do
Yeah,
that.
we don't have those quick maths. So yeah, I'll close it on out here, guys. Thanks so much to everyone who came in on the live stream. Again, we stream this every single Wednesday. At least it's usually always on Wednesday at 6 o'clock over at twitch.tv/Declan, and they get uploaded on YouTube later on. So everyone who's watching in the stream now and missed some of it, it'll be up on YouTube later. Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming on in. We'll be live again next Wednesday at the same time to talk about the Major 2 qualifier results and any other drama that comes comes on in. Any closing remarks, Vex? Are we good to go?
No, I'm missing the games this weekend. It's my sister's birthday, so
Oh, tell
we're
her
all
happy
going away
birthday
to-
from the Scrap Time boys.
Yeah, we're all going away this weekend to a lodge with so it'll be good. But it's in the game, so I'll have to catch up
Living
on.
the good life, Vex. I see you
Yeah,
out there.
I'll have to catch up on the Monday and Tuesday for all the games. So it'll be a busy start to the week.
All right, nice one, nice one. We'll make sure we're ready to go. All right, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks so much for everyone's watching. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.